One Way Football. Welcome to the One Way Football's Extra Time. Yeah, it's been a long time since we've done this. It has been a long time, yeah. Because the last time we did it must have been about 2 weeks ago.
Was it before Christmas or just after New Year? No,
just after New Year. It was.
Yeah. So
it was just after New Year.
A month now, yeah.
Yeah. So we're just going to be going through the midweek games that have just gone because that's what we meant to be doing. But because of circumstances and
playing catch up.
Yeah. No Sabi with us today. He's got personal things he's got to attend to. Yeah.
He's like the light life. It seems like.
And because it's weekend, we're on the old woo. Yeah. And it's Conor McGregor's fight tonight. Are you gonna watch that?
I thought that was next week. Is it
tonight? Yeah, tonight.
Oh, well, maybe
10 o'clock. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching that. It's in Abu Dhabi, innit? So it's.
I thought it was like the Fight Island thing, is it not?
Yeah, but that's in Abu Dhabi.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's very far away from the sea.
Yeah. So that'll be on at like 10 o'clock, so I'm going to get myself pumped up for that.
Yeah, no, that'll be good.
It's a rematch as well against Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, they've both gone up from their original weight category, so haven't they? They've gone from like flyweights to lightweights. Yeah. Aren't they? So.
Yeah. Right, so we're going to be starting off on Tuesday, and it was West Ham versus West Brom, and West Ham an easy 2-1, really. I think that with that game.
Yeah, I think West Brom are proving a little bit harder to break down now, and it does show because obviously they're causing people a bit of trouble.
Yeah, of course.
So
yeah.
I think obviously it's a loss, but I think West Brom can take a lot of positives away from it, really. You know.
Big Sam just seems to crumble, though, doesn't he? He has a good week, then he has a bad week. Do you know what I mean? He's not had a good start to his Manchester career at West Brom.
You can see slowly though, like obviously what he does impart in the teams when he does try and obviously save them from the old relegation and that. It's getting there slowly. He's picking up points. Obviously, I know better than anyone about that. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's a massive negative, and West Ham are having a great season. Yeah. Anyway, aren't they? So yeah.
That's it. The late night game, Leicester versus Chelsea.
Beautiful match, wasn't it?
Yeah, Leicester 2-0. Yeah. I said Leicester win that. Yeah. I said to everyone, I went Leicester win that, and they went top of the table with that score, didn't they?
Yeah.
And obviously Man United then played again later on in the week. Well, actually the next day was Wednesday. And they won, so they went back up again. So they had like a little top spot, didn't they, United? And then for like 24 hours.
I mean, it's crazy though, isn't it? All the teams at the top are kind of in it, you know? It's like you're saying, Tottenham were top a few weeks ago, Leicester were top, Southampton were top, weren't they?
Yeah.
We were top for a bit. Arsenal weren't top.
We're not top of anything at the moment. We just lost today as well.
Obviously, Man City are blowing everyone away at the minute. So yeah, it's great, and obviously Leicester deserve to be where they are.
Yeah.
So.
Man City on Wednesday took on Aston Villa, and this was their one of their what's it? I've gone blank now. Where you miss a match, you got a
game in hand.
Game in hand. Sorry, that's it. Yeah. This is their first. They're meant to be playing. This is their first match day one game.
Yeah, I noticed that because I was when I do all my little googling and that, I was like, match day what?
Yeah,
I'm sure it's match day 18.
Because obviously it was so close together, weren't it? They had to play the Champions League. That was it. And
I think that probably helped Man City, hasn't it? Because they weren't in too great form at the start of the season. So that's probably saved them a good 3 points. Because Aston Villa have been decent. Ish.
Leeds versus Southampton was postponed because Southampton had to play Shrewsbury in the FA Cup and they won that. Then they had to play Arsenal today, and also they've done Arsenal.
Is that why Sabi's actually not here? Is that the real reason?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. We can't win it every year.
Ah.
So we have to let someone else win it. Fulham took on Manchester United, and this is the game we was on about before, where they went back to the top again.
Yeah.
It just seems to me that United are on a good run at the moment, and does it probably just affects maybe the games they've been playing aren't the hardest games either.
Well, they got 0-0 against Liverpool, didn't they? So you can't say they're not turning up for the bigger matches, but I'd say their biggest worry's got to be they're conceding goals. Yeah, aren't they? You look at the goal difference between.
Yeah.
What is it like? Obviously, Man City. And stuff like that. They're what was the match? 2-0. Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Conceding the goal against Fulham. I wouldn't really say they're acting like Premier League winners. You know, they're not running away with it as much as City are. So.
But to me, I think Fulham to even get a goal back there, it just goes to show that United have still can slip up somewhere.
Yeah. To be fair to Fulham though, when was it? Probably about 3 weeks ago. They've got their act together a bit more, and they're harder to break down, and they're more positive when they're actually in possession, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it's good on Fulham for getting a goal, but yeah, Man U were a little bit more leaky, I think, than
the
other top three maybe.
Exactly, yeah. The final game of the midweek, Thursday, we went to Anfield and we watched Liverpool get beat 1-0 by Burnley.
Yeah.
Did not see that coming.
I did. There's nothing's going for us at the minute, is it? There's issues throughout the team. I mean, it's one of them. There's not really.
But the last time you got beat, I think, was against Southampton, weren't it?
What?
At Southampton.
At Anfield?
No, at Southampton. That was the last time you got beat.
Yeah, we've lost 3 matches.
Yeah.
I think one was obviously the 7-1 defeat.
And there was this thing, remember I sent to you and I was like, oh, fucking hell, this guy on the radio saying, that's it, get Klopp out, he's just going backwards.
Yeah,
and
ridiculous that, absolutely ridiculous. Like, I've supported Liverpool, but as long as I've known what football is really.
Yeah.
And we've been crap, like so many times. We've been terrible. So us sitting, what is it? I think we're either sitting 3rd or 4th, I'm not sure now because I've not
4th.
checked
I think
the
you are
table.
4th, yeah.
We would have jumped at that opportunity before Klopp came in. Well, before probably Brendan Rodgers came in. But I've watched us sitting 8th, having some of the worst players I've ever seen in a Liverpool kit play in the early to mid 2000s. We weren't great in the 90s either.
But I mean, how many, like you say, that you haven't got a centre back at the moment, but that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not that. We've got obviously Matip's in and out all the time. Gomez is out, so that's our 2 main centre backs out, and then you have to play your midfielder where it is. And the issue is it's our 2 best midfielders that offer cover for our back 4 is Henderson and Fabinho.
But you know, when you look at it though, Liverpool are reigning champions. They should. It doesn't matter who you've got at that back. They should be playing like that.
Not really. We just I think it's one of them where it's not the case of we don't have the quality there. It's we needed to sign another centre back, and lots of people obviously that I know who are Liverpool supporters as well, but saying that's one of the biggest issues at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, Van Dijk out for the season. We didn't sign a centre back, so yeah. Even Klopp came out and he said it's a bit of an issue with the board and that, and the people who actually control the money, that we did need to make a signing in January. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. I don't know.
So what? What do you reckon was said between Klopp in the tunnel?
Oh, God knows. It's just.
It seems like he was having a bit of a hissy fit, didn't it? Like, you know.
He does. He's the worst loser in the world, Klopp. When we do lose, he's bad. I was a big fan of Borussia Dortmund when he used to manage them, and he's had some strops. Time. He's a very sore loser. So, but what do you expect? He wants to win every game, doesn't he? So.
Yeah, and everything. Yeah, and that should be the mentality of everyone. Do you know what I mean? Because not going back to what you said yesterday. It was like, oh yeah, I don't really want to be in that FA Cup. But the mentality of people should be you're out to win everything. I
think it's special circumstances this season though, but the fixture schedule is so congested, isn't it? Where I think it will do your team good to not be in certain competitions.
Yeah, because then we can concentrate on where we are in the league.
I would rather us qualify for the Champions League, try and win the Champions League and try and win the Premier League.
And then do it again like you did last season, yeah.
I don't care about the FA Cups and that. The real money for your team when it comes to funding from TV rights and stuff comes from international tournaments and comes from the Premier League.
Yeah.
So that's where you want your team to be, really, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, I'm actually quite happy that Arsenal are out the FA Cup because it's something honestly, less for us to concentrate on.
This season, special circumstances especially, I think if you can make a cup run, then go ahead and make that cup run.
Yeah.
In this season, you're always going to have in the back of the mind the congestion of your schedule because what you had last season ran late and then they didn't really have a pre-season and they went straight into this season. You've got the congested fixtures on top of it.
Yeah.
These players haven't had a break since last summer.
They didn't even have a break.
Yeah,
it was crazy,
summer,
wasn't it?
and the summer before that.
It's like they continued the last year's season after the lockdown, and then straight after the season finished, it was just literally like I think they still played the Super Cup when the league started. That's why I think Man United had to. Was it Man United who won the Europa League? Was it Man United? No, it wasn't. But there was something to do with because Champions League. It ran in like the semi-finals ran into like
the qualifiers are played beforehand because there's a few stages.
Yeah, of course.
So Celtic.
That's right. Yeah, that's
Celtic
right. Yeah.
and teams like that were already playing in the break.
Yeah.
Between the two seasons, weren't they? So there's a few teams that didn't even have a break.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So
they were the midweek games that have just gone as well. So we've catched up on that. That's the reason why we call it Extra Time. We are going to be going to our one question, yes, but this time because we've missed out so many weeks, we've not just got one question.
Ooh.
We've got four questions from different people around the UK and also in Gran Canaria where we're from. And our first one goes to Tegan. Ooh. Tegan is a Spurs supporter as well.
Oh.
So maybe we're in for a bit of a difficult question here. Is Spurs going to actually win a trophy? That's an easy one actually, isn't it? Like, oh, yeah.
Trophy Mourinho though, they've got a chance.
So let's have a look.
Hello, One Way Football. Here we are, Tegan. How we doing, lads? Just one quick question. Who do you think is going to win the Carabao Cup final? City Spurs. Obviously, as you know, I'm a Spurs supporter, so I'm hoping Spurs will. Come on, you Spurs.
Yeah, thank you, Tegan, for that little question of yours. To be fair, in my eyes, I don't really give a shit who wins it. But
my God.
If I was to pick someone, I would have to go with City. I can't. It is my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Even though it's the Carabao Cup for Tottenham to get a trophy, and vice versa in their eyes. I mean, us winning the FA Cup last season, it probably was horrendous for them.
What is the Carabao Cup? The one that was the Carling Cup a few years ago, isn't it?
Yeah, and they won it in 2010.
Yeah, they won it when it was the Carling Cup.
Yeah, and it was 2010. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have to say Tottenham then.
But why would you pick Tottenham though?
Because it's Jose Mourinho, for one, is an expert at kind of shithousing his way
through little cups
into a cup. Well, he's won the Champions League, and it's not that little of a cup, but he's an expert, isn't he, at kind of winning them?
Yeah,
knockout tournaments. So,
I don't know because. But then you have to look at City as well. Like you said a couple of weeks ago, City they actually focus on these cups. Do you know what I mean? Like the Carabao Cup, because they take it seriously.
They're one of the few teams that's lucky enough to have a big enough
squad to do it. Yeah.
So, like, obviously, you've got the likes of even Phil Foden and Mahrez is on the bench, and they'd go straight into most teams in the top six, wouldn't they? So they're lucky enough to be able to challenge.
Yeah.
But I'd say.
If you were going by stats and
if I go by stats, if I'm like being honest, then Man City walk it every day, don't they?
But you kind of don't want Man City to win it. I feel
football's not that simple, is it?
No.
So
not.
on the day, Tottenham have got just as much of a chance as City, and as I said, Mourinho instills that what's the word? It's like it's us against them. There's only us few players, and where everyone else in the league's out to get us. And
who's that?
Mourinho.
Oh, Mourinho. Yeah.
Players,
doesn't matter which team he actually is managing, though. It's always been like that.
Yeah. No, but that's what I mean. But it creates like a winning mentality in that. Son and Kane have been different players since he's came in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
definitely.
You can't count them out. And let me just say as well, Man City are victims of playing a very high line, and Tottenham are probably one of the best counter-attacking teams in Europe. So.
Okay, so you're going for Tottenham then?
Yeah, Tottenham.
Going for Tottenham. I'm going to say Man City. He's going Tottenham. Who you think's going to win the Carabao Cup? Put it in the comments below on YouTube, and then we might give you a shout out next week, or we can actually make a thing and make a Carabao special on the final day, on the actual final.
We'll have to figure out how to do that.
Yeah. Mate, actually, in fact, I'd rather just watch Coronation Street. I don't even like that either. Thanks, Tegan, for your one question. We're going to go over to Ali Amit, who's an Arsenal supporter. This is going to be...
You don't have any friends up north, do you? They're all like Southerners.
Who's just my friend? No, I'm joking. Ali Amit has got one question for us, and it's about legends.
Hi, lads at One Way Football. Congratulations, I think you're doing a fantastic job keeping us entertained. I'd just like to ask you lads one question. Who do you think is the all-time legend out of Thierry Henry and Ian Wright? I think it's Thierry Henry. I'll wait for your answers. Thank you very much, lads. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, thanks, Ali. Bit of a tough one, really. Who is the better legend at Arsenal? Thierry Henry or Ian Wright?
Depends who you ask. I think if you ask an Arsenal supporter, they're going to say Thierry Henry.
And if you
ask anyone else, they'll also say Thierry Henry.
Or maybe if you ask a Palace fan, maybe they'll know.
Maybe.
He scored a few goals at Palace, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's one of them, isn't it, where Thierry Henry is just up there with some of the greatest players who've ever lived, Zidane, and it's hard to argue for Ian Wright, to be honest with you.
I think maybe if you'd have done a question about who was a better legend,
pundit.
Yeah, then Ian Wright. But if it had been Thierry Henry versus Zidane. Or something like that,
Bergkamp might have been a good shout as well, because he was
Bergkamp
good for his international.
But then again, he never won the World Cup.
Did he not?
Never no.
Oh, I don't know much about that.
That's what I mean.
But
Thierry Henry is established. He is one of the greats. It's
what is it? Two PFA of the years.
Invincible.
The Ballon d'Or.
Invincible team.
The World Cup, the Euros,
and Ian Wright scored 9 goals in
30-something appearances. Great.
So with that, it's a very easy one for me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Ian Wright. No, I'm gonna go Thierry Henry.
No. Thierry Henry, the better footballer.
Yeah.
But Ian Wright's a little bit better pundit. Bit
of a better, yeah. Sometimes he doesn't even get the pundit bit right. Do you know what I mean? Did you see him the other day on
his car?
Was it the Crystal Palace game or the Newcastle game? And he was wearing some weird ass jacket. It looked like a dressing gown.
Oh, there's some special fashion thing that you call footballers. I'll have to tell you next time, because I can't remember what it is on the top of my head. But Frank Ribery is very guilty of stuff like that. He was wearing a whole Prada tracksuit when he. Yeah,
but Ian Wright was just he had the Peaky Blinders hat on.
Farmer little.
Yeah, they were big hats and then he had this long coat, but it didn't have any buttons on it. It just had a.
So it's just a dressing gown.
Yeah, it looked like a dressing gown. So.
What
never seen Thierry Henry wear anything like that.
It's when you've got too much money, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Moving on, we've got Chris, who's from Wales, and he's a Man United supporter.
I knew he was going to be a Man United supporter when you said Wales.
He's a Man United supporter. And this is what Chris has got to ask.
Take 197. Quick question for lads at the One Way Football channel. Basically, who do you boys think to win the league? I said a few months ago, if a team went on a good unbeaten run, strung a few good results together, they'd probably, like United have, they'd probably run away with it. But luckily for us, quite a few teams have done it at the same time, like City and Leicester and that. So just basically seeing what your lads' opinions are on who's going to win the league. Nice one. Cheers, boys.
Thanks for that, Chris. Like we said before, these United supporters just come out of the woodwork, didn't they?
Not seen them in years, and then there's
just all just caving out in it, like, you know. I do think United are going to slip up. They've got to slip up.
Yeah, I don't think they've got the mentality, and honestly, like, no matter, like, they could be running away with the league like Liverpool were last season, and I'll still be like, no, they're going to slip up. No, they're not winning. So they could be 30 points ahead, and I'll still say the same thing.
Yeah. But who are you going to pick? Who do you reckon?
I've got to say Man City. Like we were on about earlier, I feel like Man U's defence is just a little bit more leaky than Man City's is. They've got the whole counter-attacking approach. So I think when they do get a little bit sussed out as the season goes on, they're not going to be able to do that as much.
Yeah.
You know? And then Cavani as a super sub, if he gets injured, you're screwed.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So,
Man City. I said it would either be Man City and probably Brendan Rodgers' side, Leicester, because I think he's done a great job at the moment.
To be honest, I would kind of like Leicester to win with Brendan Rodgers just because of how close Brendan Rodgers got with us, you know? So it would be nice to see him win.
I mean, all these United supporters, you know, from Wales and London, they're all just...
Anywhere but Manchester. And then Manchester's not even in Manchester, is it? It's in... Where is it? I can't remember the name of the place, but it's outside Manchester.
Yeah? That's why, didn't they, like, buy Salford or something like that, though?
Yeah, isn't that where it is? It's near Salford.
Something like near Salford, something like that. Because, obviously, they had a documentary about it, didn't they? And it was Neville, both the Nevilles... Skulls, they bought Salford, didn't they?
Yeah.
They still own that?
I think they do. And Ryan Reynolds bought a team as well a few months ago. It's mental, isn't it?
But with the money they had, I mean, come on. They could have bought a better team than Salford.
Class of the 98 or something.
That's it, Class of 98, yeah, that's it, yeah.
Stand any of them. Can't stand any of them.
Not biased at all, like, are they?
No, I hate, obviously... I can't like a single Man U player, but I can't stand Scholes because he's the most boring C word of him.
Well,
you know, we should have just passed the ball. That was a mistake.
and then you've got Gary Neville that's just he literally sucks off United.
Yeah.
I mean, there isn't a time where he isn't like, oh, they did well. It is, you know.
To be honest, when he used to play, I didn't mind him that much. But since he's become a pundit, I can't stand him because for some reason, whenever there's a Liverpool game on, he's our commentator, and I'm just like, why the fuck?
Put it this way, he's that bad. He even gives his own brother stick. I mean, like at playing football. He doesn't even go, oh, you know, maybe you'll do a bit better. He's like, when Phil was playing, he just used to slate him all the time. Do you know what I mean?
I think they've got to be the two prime candidates though for, you know, Alex Ferguson brought so much out of players.
Yeah.
And he turned bad players into good players. Two of the main thingies that you can bring up is Phil and Gary Neville. If they were crap players and they got made good because of it.
So brilliant. The last one of our one question slot. And it's Richard, and he is another Spurs supporter.
Everyone's from the south, aren't they?
I know. Well, you must have some mates up there.
I have got friends and that, but I don't think they'd post on this.
Well, they're not.
I'll ask. You know.
It's only a quick thing. If you've got like a little message you want to send us onto the One Way Football page, just all you got to do, put the phone sideways, send us a quick clip of asking us one question and your answer as well, so we can debate on it.
And don't be a Man U supporter. That could be Tottenham.
yeah, we've got too many of them.
Hello to all the team at One Way Football. Who would you pick to be your player of the year for this season?
Yeah, thanks Richard. Another Spurs supporter. Jesus Christ, the bane of my life.
I think think every team's debating.
At the moment, yeah. Player of the year. It's a bit of a tricky one because we're only halfway through the season.
Yeah.
So you choose someone now, and you haven't really seen their full potential.
Be interesting to look back though, wouldn't it, and see. Obviously, halfway through, there's a few standout players if they can carry on for the.
I did ask him as well to because he forgot to say who his player of the year would be.
And what did he say?
No, he didn't get back to me.
Oh, he
That's
didn't
what
get back
So,
to you.
who would your player of the year be? Put it in the comment below, or anybody. Do you know what I mean? Who would it be so far? For me, it's got to be either Son, Vardy, or if we're talking younger prospect players, as an Arsenal supporter, Kieran Tierney or Saka.
Yeah. What about defensive players and stuff like that?
Well, they're both defensive players.
See, I don't want to pick anyone out of my own team because obviously it's biased, isn't it? So
but I'm just saying what I've seen of Tierney and Saka. And Saka's 18.
Do you know what? I've got to go with probably Son.
I said Son, yeah.
Yeah, because every time he's through on goal, it's kind of like a foregone conclusion now. You don't really see him miss those chances when he gets them. So, but to be fair, last couple of games have faded.
Who is top scorer at the moment?
It's Mo Salah.
It's Mo Salah, and then it's
Son and
Harry Kane.
Joint Son and Kane.
Okay.
Yeah.
So probably Richard would probably choose Kane then.
I'd go with Son. I think Son's been better.
He's been a really good player this season.
If I could pick someone out of Liverpool, then I'm going to have to say Fabinho.
Really?
Yeah, or Robertson, but Robertson hasn't been that great last few games either. But Fabinho's been playing out of position all season, and our defence hasn't been that bad.
Yeah.
So that's who I would pick if I could pick someone out.
But like you say, it's hard, isn't it? Because we're only halfway through the season. These players, we can say these players now, and they could completely just flop halfway through the season. Or get injured. That just puts them out altogether.
That's why I would say Son.
Son, Son. We'll go for Son. That's all we've got time for on the one-way extra time. It's been a long time. It's good to have you back. We was only together 2 days ago, but it's a totally different show. It's a totally different show. We've not seen each other in ages.
It is though. It's like, oh, you're right, mate.
Yeah.
Not seen you all week.
What are you up to then? Are you going to watch the fight now? You know it's on?
I might do. I don't know.
It's on BT Sport box office, I think. There are other channels available. Have to put that in there.
Yeah, no advertising.
Man City are playing at the moment in the FA Cup. There's been a lot of upsets today, and that's including Arsenal. I know Swansea was one of the big upsets against Forest because it ended 5-1.
Against who?
Forest. Swansea against Forest, yeah.
So.
And Zarbi, when he done his predictions on the podcast, on the Big Prem podcast, he actually put 5-0, and we all laughed at him. we laugh at him anyway.
Donut be going mad.
He would be, yeah. I said to him today, I showed him my predictions, and he was like, nah, you lot are having a laugh, ain't ya? Because you put 2-2 on that game.
Did I? Well, I was stupid. Now I don't know if they're bad at 5 then.
But do you know what I mean? And I know City, are they up yet? Are they? When it was half time, it was 0-0.
Every time.
And I was literally thinking, this is City. We've just been talking, praising them that they've got a massive squad and and so much talent in there, and then
they do crap. Maybe we should do this more then. Oh my God, Cheltenham are winning 1-0 as well. Wow.
So I want to change mine. I think Tottenham are going to win the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, I'm going to change mine as well. I think Tottenham. I said Tottenham anyway,
didn't I? Tottenham anyway, yeah.
I think Man U were going to win the league.
Oh dear. Cup games. They're crazy. What a bunch of bastards.
Trophy Mourinho though.
Yeah.
Could be true now, couldn't it? Awful.
Imagine them doing the double. FA Cup and the Carabao Cup.
The two dinner plate cups though, innit?
So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and whack it in the middle. Boom.
Oh, it's like opposite on the camera, isn't it?
Yeah, you just got to do it with this hand.
There.
Yeah, down it. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed and you're new to this channel, just hit that subscribe button. We shall see you next Thursday to talk about all the weekend games that have just gone, which is the FA Cup that's happening now. Thank you to Adam. And we shall see you on the downside. Because we can't do it on the flip side, so we're going to do it on the downside.
So we just
can't even do the
downside, like.
Yeah. Goodbye. See you later, guys. Take it easy. Have a great weekend.
One Way Football.